going on. Yes, everyone's ready. All right, so we're here on Babylon for game one of the best of 5, featuring GuMiho and Dark. Bottom right, we've got our guy. It's gonna be Dark.
Look at that hatchery. So cool.
It's super cool. That's the Brood War skin? No, it's not. What skin is that?
It's the
Is it the
mecha.
mechanical one?
Yeah.
Mecha skin. Nice. Dark, currently ranked number 7 in the Legulac rankings.
Okay, and in the top left, it's Psystorm's GuMiho. Awesome team that supports their players real well.
Seriously.
And Dark's on Gosu crew? Sorry?
Man. Wikipedia tells us that Dark is currently playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
Okay.
The DPG. GuMiho is currently ranked 17th in the Legulac rankings. He does weird stuff. He's gonna take a map off of Dark here today by doing something crazy that Dark does not expect.
Okay, the prediction has been made.
It's gonna happen. I don't know. GuMiho does crazy things. And I mean, I know that Dark is terrifying. Just like abjectly one of the scariest players in all of the world right now, but he's only number 7 in the world. It's not like he's number 1.
He's only number 7 in the world, guys.
Only number 7.
Yet somehow he's one of the most terrifying players.
He's been higher recently. I mean, there's a lot of flux going on right now in that top 10. It's good. It's good for the sport, I think. Have a little bit of
Ooh.
uncertainty.
How's that? A 17 drone Roach Warren.
Yeah, there's going to be some Ravager pressure for sure. Maybe a 3 Ravager push.
This is why I love Dark.
Yeah, because he mixes it up more than any other Zerg player. Like, Zerg's a lot of the time just like going macro, Cyril style, but Dark's like, nah, I'll 12 pool, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I'll show up with 3 Ravagers at 4 minutes, let's go.
If GuMiho thinks he can beat, or if Dark thinks he can beat a player, he will try and beat that player as quick and as dirty as he can, and it's going to be up to GuMiho to try and show that he can indeed defend against this sort of aggression and stand up to Dark.
Yes, for sure. But you're right. Sometimes Dark, if he feels like he's outclassing someone, he'll just beat him in like 4-minute games. Just he will embarrass people if he feels like he can.
He pretty much just like grabs their arms and is like, stop hitting yourself, as he whacks them in the face with their own appendage.
The Raider says GuMiho's already taken a map off Dark in 2023, so Dark knows that. He remembers. I don't remember. But Dark sure does. So here come the Roaches, and the Marines are like, well, this is not great for us.
This is a lot of Marines, but yeah, no bunker.
Yeah, no bunker to fall back to. Armors with that armor, Roaches with that armor. Marines don't do a ton of damage to them, but they, oh man.
Oh, beautiful morph. Oh no.
Okay, well,
GuMiho.
14 to 4 army supply, and oh, Widow Mimes with the best
no,
hits
don't
of all
burrow
time. Okay, so
Dark.
336 game 1. What did we just say about Dark? What did we say? Yeah.
So GuMiho sort of got smacked.
He got darked, man. That's what happened to him. Dark was like, I'm just going to show up with some Roaches, make a couple Ravagers, you dead. We'll go into game number 2.
Okay, map number 2 gonna be Ancient.
The heck? Raider says that GuMiho and Dark have played in an ESL Cup, and GuMiho beat Dark 2-1. So Dark definitely remembers that. Holy smokes. No wonder he beat him in 337 in game number 1. But yeah, our next map here is going to be Ancient, whatever it is. Trying to get your map up here, but while we are talking and while we are waiting, be sure to check out the Matcherino link. It's at the top of the chat there. And you just can log in with anything you've got. Your BattleNet login works just fine. And from there, you click just redeem code or whatever it is. You click one button. You don't have to type anything in, and bam. You have thrown some free money at these players to convince them to come back for another Afrika, right? And no cost to you. It's free cash.
Yeah, if you guys don't do it, you're just wasting money.
Truth. All right, so we're going to hop on in to map number 2 here, which is Ancient Cistern on the 5.0.11 PTR. So we are on the latest PTR balance changes, which have put a lot of complaining on Twitter about these for reasons that I definitely understand for a lot of them. So we're going to see our first Zerg on the latest PTR. I mean, so we'll just go over those real quick. Creep tumor cooldown increased from 11 to 13 seconds, which slows down creep spread. Sight range reduced from 11 to 10. So it nerfs creep tumors. It decreases creep spread interval as well, but does increase the sight range of hatcheries, lairs, and hives by a little bit. I don't know why that matters. Hive has added a 0.71 second cast finish time to abduct. So after it abducts, it's got to sit there for about 3/4 of a second before it can pull back. So that is leaving it open and getting sniped and stuff. Ultralisk size was supposed to be reduced by 12.5%, but I've seen some video of ultras being very pocket-sized. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to look like if we're going to get any in this game at all. But we'll introduce these players. We'll talk about some more of the changes.
I would love to see some of those in this game. In the bottom left, he is going to need to build a bunker. It's GuMiho.
And in the top right, he wants to kill a man very quickly. It's dark. In other news, Hydralisk muscular augments move speed bonus. The move speed bonus is increased to 1.05, so they can keep up with Void Rays. No, they can chase down Void Rays now, is what it is. I talked about this on a podcast episode about a month ago. Broodlord move speed was increased from 197 to 23, which is I mean, I'll take it for Broodlords. Broodling duration reduced from 571 to 357, which I don't think matters, but I've heard people say that it's really a big deal. And actually, Ravager build time was increased from 8.6 to 12.9 seconds, so that came into play in Game 1. Ravager eggs take like 4.3 extra seconds to finish morphing in. That's a lot.
That sure stopped dark.
Yeah, it didn't really seem to matter, did it? All that much.
It just gives Zerg a longer time for their Ravager to absorb shots with its 10 armor and its egg.
Yeah, the morphing egg.
So Dark's a dirty dog, and he's gone for an early pool again.
Like I said, if Dark feels like he's better than the player he's playing against and he can kill them fast, he will try to kill them fast. So, I don't know. Like, if you're GuMiho or someone in a similar situation, don't you just prepare for something to show up around 2:30?
I mean, you should at least SCV scout.
Yeah, for sure. At least SCV scout.
Instead of just send your Reaper across the map when there's clearly Lings crossing. GuMiho's going to need some perfect micro here.
And that's something you do anyway, even if it's not Dark who's trying to kill you fast. You SCV scout so that this doesn't happen. It's for this very purpose. So that the Lings don't come across the map and kill your SCV and cause lots of problems to your second base, and the Reaper's out there looking like a moron. Has to come all the way home, and the Marines are just trying to buy time. Ooh. So these Marines are in a lot of trouble, but SCVs come to buffer for them. Okay.
He gets one. These two Lings will go down to this Marine, and the one in the natural cleaned up. So a good delay on the command center. It's not like he killed a ton of SCVs or anything like that. He delayed the Terran's command center a decent amount. But at the same time, Dark did delay himself quite a bit too, so I'm going to go ahead and say that that was not awful for GuMiho.
No, I don't think so either. He lost a couple Marines, lost an SCV, delayed on his natural base a little bit, but again, Dark going pool first slowed him down a bunch, so he's cool. Everything's okay. GuMiho is just fine.
And now GuMiho is going to build a battle cruiser.
Yeah. That hasn't worked in a while.
Okay, he's going for a third base. Producing units with his... Producing a Viking that'll clear out the Overlords. He's pulling away his SCVs towards his wall. He has to throw up a Rax in that wall as he lifted off the starport there. So GuMiho has got to abandon ship, and he's playing very safe, but that wasn't that many lings. But yeah, he really didn't have the units, so...
Yeah. The wall was important. I like the Raider. When does Dark not feel like he's the better player? Fair point. Fair rebuttal to my point. But yeah, creep spread slower. Even if your tumor timings are perfect, it's going to be slower than it is in the current version of the Starcraft.
Now, here's an idea, Falcon. This I
Okay.
saw some talk about how that the creep change isn't really going to affect pros too much because
Oh.
they're so on point with their creep timing.
Okay, but they spawn slower. Like, I don't know how to explain this.
It's
Yeah, they are on point when the creep spawns faster too.
Yeah. What I
Okay.
mean though is like it's not going to be too big of a change from what I've heard
Okay.
because Zerg is like at the start it'll slow it down a little bit, but Zerg is always just going to be chucking down more tumors and stuff, I think. And this is totally out of the left wing. What's your thought if, say, because like creep tumors were always visible, but they had a lot more HP?
No.
No?
Bad. No. Making it free to kill creep tumors? Nope. How much HP are you talking?
Like
Like 400?
say like 200 HP or something.
200. Okay, so and you make so Hellions, Adepts can't kill them early all that easily. Early Marines actually have to concentrate fire to take them down. It's interesting.
Yeah, and
That's an interesting argument. What's
So-
up, Caster Muse? Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, sort of rejig creep so that it's more of like an active defense, I guess. Instead of the Zerg being like, oh, I lost a tumor, I gotta get my queens over there and plop down some new ones.
Right.
I don't know. That's just because it seemed like a lot of people were unhappy with the current creep tumors like changes. Like, oh, this isn't much of anything. It's not going to stop Zergs creeping all over the place too much.
Right. It's not like creep spread's garbage now.
No.
It's just a nerf. That's all it is. Same as before, Caster Muse. This is us. We
This-
do the Freako Worlds.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that it's anyone other than us. Sometimes it's
Yep.
just one of us, but
Yep. But usually not two different people or whatever.
yeah, 5 years in running now. Jeez. Okay, Hellions come on in. Beautiful shots with a Marine drop. The Queens are having to do a lot of work trying to clean this up. They get one of the medivacs. That'll be a good step towards it. The Hellions kill off most of the Lings, though. They're now joining in on the fight. This was such an odd attack by GuMiho, but it's
Yeah, for sure. But
kind of working.
a couple drones have to come in to try to get rid of these Marines.
Oh my gosh, 16 workers died.
True.
But then Dark is still at 64.
Right. I was going to say, the best Zergs, it doesn't really matter.
That was a lot of dead Queens, though.
Hey, what's up, JLC? JLC had some trouble getting to the stream today, but he made it. What's up, dude?
Yay!
Glad you're here.
Was it buffering for you, or?
No, he just said he'd click on it, and it didn't load anything for him. Like
Hey.
nothing would ever load. I don't know.
Endlessly spinning? Because I'm actually kind of having that issue on my end, but
Oh, maybe there's a problem with Africa right now.
mm-hmm.
Well, glad you made it. All the way from Canada.
Are you on the West Coast Canada? Because it very well could be an ISP thing.
He is not. But it could be an ISP thing anyway. All right, GuMiho dives in. Widow Mines, Marines ready to rock here. Lings and Banelings. They got this typical hooks.
Oh my
Huge connections. But a Widow Mine gets a giant hit.
That Widow Mine was disgusting.
14. That's Widow Mines in a nutshell, man. Sometimes they suck, and sometimes they kill 14 banelings.
That Widow Mine was like, wait, 8 Marines just died? Let me even that up a little bit.
On the left side, we've got, is that an Artosalope or a Artosalope? Yeah, so this green guy over on the left there.
Whereabouts is that?
Back where we were? Where did he go?
Was he
Sometimes they
consumed
run
by
away
the
from
creep?
conflict. I don't think that happens. Does that happen
I know
to the
trees
critters?
die to the creep.
Yeah, but Artosalopes and Tastelopes, I think, are invincible. Where'd that guy go? Ah, whatever. We'll see him again. All right, so GuMiho, I don't know, man. He's 4 base in it.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
157 and 139 supply. GuMiho's up. He's got more army supply. He's basically even on worker count. Okay, plus he's got mules.
He's got to do something real soon, though, doesn't he? And the 2-2 timing he's about to hit is going to be perfect for this because, yeah, Dark's creep spread is fairly back with him killing all those queens earlier. And, yeah, this is going to be a tough defense for Dark. I think GuMiho needs to win the game here, probably.
He does.
Just because if you look at this map, like, there's no way Dark will be all over GuMiho if he can keep up his economy.
Yeah, Dark's trying to flank around that left side, come around for a surround, which is probably the smart way to do it. Or he's just counterattacking. What the heck, Dark? Do whatever you want, man. Yeah, I don't know if you can hold... Why is he count... Okay, fine, he's counterattacking. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. Some stuff dies. This attack is still pushing in. Drone. Okay, Ling's getting into this third base is a bit of a major problem here. Avoiding Baneling shots, splitting against more Baneling hits. A little bit too far off creep there from Dark. Doesn't like what he sees, but it's 87 to 60 army supply. But so many SCVs are dying. GuMiho is really having a hard time cleaning up back home and dealing with this.
Oh, he has to lift off, though. But, yeah, there's not too much else to come in and clean this up. There's another round of Banelings. GuMiho lifts up. Going to start unloading. There's just enough Zerg here for Dark to hold on, so he gets away with his 22 SCV kills, and he survives.
Yeah, and GuMiho's army's not quite big enough to threaten anymore. Lings, Banelings rolling in all the time. Widowmine does take down a ton of Lings, though. We got Parasitic Bomb now. Oh, Dark's on Viper Tech. That's not good.
No, the Medivacs are still alive after that Parasitic Bomb, and GuMiho does have a lot more units coming in, maybe.
All that stuff that was defending is coming up to the front now. That, whatever 4th base that is gonna die. Lings on the counterattack coming to an empty graveyard of a base that there's nothing to kill there anyway. Banelings are popping. The pre-split is pretty good, and Dark is on his back foot right now.
Yeah, GuMiho doesn't have too much here, so maybe Dark can clean it up if he takes out the Medivacs with his Vipers. But he did lose a base.
He did, and losing hatcheries is not something Zerg players like to do at all. And 19 drones gone down. Ooh, we get the Ultralisks on the way. We gotta see how small they are. Are they tiny?
So small.
Because, like, I mean, the benefit of them being a smaller unit model as a melee unit is you can fit more of them on a surface area you're attacking. You can have more Ultras attacking a hatchery or an enemy planetary. You can have more Ultralisks chomping on the face of a line of Marines. Oh, where are they? They're here. They pop. Oh, they're little. Oh, my gosh.
They look so cool.
That feels, and that's the Brood War skin. That feels like more than a 12% decrease in size, but I don't know. I'm not good at percentage.
Is it just more noticeable because they're such a big unit in the first place?
Maybe. They do look way smaller than 12%. Either way,
this is cool.
Ultras are one of those units that are better when there's like 8 to 10 of them. 2 of them doesn't really do a whole lot. Dark counterattacking with Lings again into this third base, which is the worst place to work in the entire Dominion. Blinding Cloud goes down in conjunction with the Ultras, but look at these Ultras die.
Yeah, no chitinous plating for them yet. A big counterattack going off for Dark again, though, killing 14 more SCVs. If he gets this command center, that would be huge, but he does not. Adrenal Glands is done, but Dark is calling it there.
Oh! Just marching to victory up there, taking out another hatchery, and GuMiho does it. He ties up the series 1-1. The Raider told us earlier that he's already defeated Dark 2-1 in a best-of-3 in 2023 already. So, I mean, we're looking at a GuMiho that's pretty confident that he can do this against the Dark, who's pretty confident he can do this too. But, man, GuMiho, great pressure. I thought for sure he was toast when that attack did not succeed up there at that 4th base. But then it did. So from there, it went a little bit better. Again, I don't know that Dark deciding to send a Ling Baneling counterattack was the right choice. Yes, he did kill like 22 SCVs with that counterattack down to the 3rd base of GuMiho, but he could have used those to hold on against the attack that was coming into his own 3rd or 4th base. It was a decision. I don't think it was the right idea. Oh, this should be...
yeah, wrong map. Whoops.
Got it. We'll get there. Anyway, it was a choice he made. I don't know if I agree with it, and he lost, so I can like feel that I'm right. Anyway, use the Matcherito link, y'all, and it's good to be back. Good to be back doing another Africa World here with LaughNgamez.
Yeah.
Always very fun to cast these events.
Yeah, I miss doing these events.
Yeah, with elite players, I mean, it doesn't get better than this.
I clicked on the non-ESL one there. Whoopsie daisy.
Oh no, did I get lobby bugged? No, I'm good. Doing great. Anyway, good to see you all out there. Thanks everyone for coming in, supporting us. We've got, 230, 250 people watching, which is great. Be sure to log in and hit that or the upvote button down below. It just helps us get more attention.
Give us the one up.
Yeah. We just get more attention here on Africa.
Yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. These events are so good. It's like, hey, awesome StarCraft players, would you put on a great show for us? Whoops,
oh, whoops, I accidentally invited Beyond. I meant to invite Dark.
That
Goodbye,
might have
Beyond.
been me.
Okay. I think it was me. Either way. We're good. Everything's fine. We're on royal blood.
We got a Terran Dark. Okay, now we switch to Zerg.
Ooh, Terran Dark would have been fun. Stark off race much? Can't remember ever seeing him off race all that much.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty good random player, I think.
They all are.
He played in a random tournament at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a monster. I'd like to see it. I guess I should find some VODs for that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, like, as far as, like, what tournaments would be fun to do. I definitely wouldn't mind doing some more 2v2.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
If we can pull that off, or doing, like, more team battles involving countries and stuff, that would be good. So,
yeah.
Okay, here we are in the top right. It's Dark.
And in the bottom left, he just won that last game. It's Psystorm Gaming's GuMiho.
Yeah, his early attack with the Marines dropping in there and the Hellions running in really paid off.
Yeah, I think that was off to a beautiful start. He followed it up with a very dangerous 7 to 8 minute timing attack that every Terran has to do against Zerg, because if you don't do that, they just kill you. Like, I'm not kidding. If you leave a Zerg player alone for longer than 7 to 8 to 9 minutes into the 10-minute mark, you're just going to die as a Terran. So you got to get in there. And sometimes you can straight up win from that position, which is awesome. I really do feel like most of the TvZs where we see a win for Terran is they get it done under 10 minutes. Because that timing is just tough. Zerg really has to balance. Do I make another 30 drones? Do I need to make an army? How much army do I need to make? It's tough having enough to hold without crippling your economy accidentally. So
yeah,
it's tough for Zerg. That's the one time I feel like Zergs have a bit of a problem against Terran is around that time.
Yeah, definitely. And that creep spread that the Zergs go for is real important. We saw that in the last game. GuMiho killed the queens. Dark's creep spread was reduced drastically then. Then he marched towards the base and killed him. After a bit more scrapping, but
sure,
that's the gist of it.
Definitely.
Okay, a Roach Horn from Dark again. He says, alright, Lings lose, Roach win. Make Roach.
Yeah. Make Roach. Make Ravager. Ravager egg lasts longer. Here we go. Yep, there's your 3 roaches, 3 roach rush, or Ravager rush, whatever we're doing here. Depends on how much gas we've got. Is he still getting gas? Yeah, probably Ravager then.
4. So the first 2 got in there real quick in the last game. Next one following it up. And GuMiho's not scouting. He's going for a 3 racks play, so it's just going to be bio against roaches. So Marines against roaches and Ravagers, that's not going to be good.
We saw how that worked in game 1, though. We know what that is. Team SCV is scout again? GuMiho, dude.
He skipped the Reaper too.
You can't just not scout.
So he's going to have like an extra Marine or 2 because he skipped the Reaper.
That's good.
But then roaches.
Oh, he's letting those guys move out. He's just sneaking in behind them. I don't know if that matters in the long
here,
run.
but oh my gosh.
Oh, more roaches coming in, and immediately changes one of the injured roaches into a Ravager. Again, that's taking a while.
GuMiho. You worked so hard in the last game just to die in this one.
Without scouting. Like, come on, man. This is Dark we're talking about. He's gonna show up with some early stuff. He's done it every game so far today.
Maybe
that Marauder gets 1 hit off and dies.
Maybe GuMiho just really likes to believe in people, and he's like, I believe Dark can change. One day he isn't gonna cheese.
Dark's not gonna try to kill me in the first 3 minutes.
He's a changed man.
Oh my gosh. The SCVs get some work done.
Oh, those poor Marines.
Ugh. 12 SCVs go down, but all the roaches and Ravagers are dead. So it wasn't just a win in 4 minutes. That's good. Progress. Had to pull all the SCVs to do it.
Yeah, it's 17 to 32. GuMiho starts up Stim, though. That means that Dark really only has a minute to muster a defense against an attack. And oh, GuMiho's moving out. I like this.
Yeah, for sure. All Dark wants to do right now is drone, although he did just fire up 12 lings and 2 roaches. Never mind. Dark is not interested in droning. I take it back. Marauders pouring that extra damage versus armor against this 3rd hatch. Lings will be able to surround and kill those guys real easy, though.
There's no ling speed, though, so not necessarily.
Oh, never mind. Slow lings are garbage. Oh, he really wants that hatch, but the Queen's coming in providing extra tanking and extra damage here against these unupgraded Marines and Marauders. GuMiho pulling back. I don't know. I'd stay in the neighborhood and try to finish off that hatchery.
Stim pack, 50 seconds out. GuMiho, unfortunately, very down in supply. And so he's probably not going to be able to make an attack happen. And if he can't make an attack happen, I think he's just in a lot of trouble here.
Yep.
But if he can play defensive against what Dark's going for now, which is just a lot of roaches and lings, if GuMiho can play defensive, take a good fight against this with his stim pack, then there's a chance for him to come back in this game. But if he moves out, I don't think it's going to work out for him at all. So we got to hope for GuMiho's sake that Dark oversteps here.
Stay home. Stay home. Okay, so here we go. Corrosive Vials knocking down supply depots and trying to supply block our Terran player going to be pretty good. Lings think about it and they're like, oh, that's a lot. And actually, GuMiho says, yes, it's a lot, but then suddenly dodging Corrosive Vials pretty well. I took too much Corrosive Vial damage, and Dark takes the 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Woof. Yeah, Corrosive Bile is just traditionally pretty easy to dodge, but sometimes when you're dealing with lings surrounding you and impeding your movement, it's real dicey. So, Dark doesn't win in the first 4 minutes, but he does get there around the 5.5, 6 minute mark, which is probably good enough for his purposes. But we're going to move into the next map here, and Dark just needs 1 more to move on to our grand final, where he will face off against Byun if he gets there. But you know what? We don't know what's going to happen. That's why we watch these games. If we knew what was going to happen, I don't know if people would watch Starcraft, right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not as much. Anyway, good to have everybody here. 250 people watching. Probably going to cruise up to 300 or so, maybe more, I would say.
I think we were already at 300 just about.
254 it's showing me. But...
In earlier in the Beyond versus Hero, I think.
Yeah. Beyond Hero, I think we did touch that.
Which is awesome. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks everyone. Super cool. Thanks for watching here. JLC suggests battle cruisers against Dark.
Oh, I'd love it.
Me too. GuMiho
Roaches don't shoot up.
Ravagers kind of do, but not really. Ooh, we're on Grisven. A very beautiful botanical kind of looking map. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. And your prediction was right, by the way, Falcon. GuMiho did take a map. It wasn't really by doing weird stuff, but he took a map.
Mm-hmm. True. He's, he's our guy. We like GuMiho here. Oh, this is interesting. Just looking at the map. I haven't seen this map before. I haven't investigated it. But a top left to a bottom right spawn's a little odd.
I like it.
Me too.
Bring on the weird. In the top left, it's GuMiho.
And in the bottom right, it's our guy, Dark. All right, so let's find gold bases on this map. Any gold bases on this map? Base.
No.
Base. No gold bases.
This is a scam.
No Zelda watchtowers either. Interesting. Just regular kind of vanilla map. There's 2 sets of destructible rocks you can knock down, and that's it. I guess you have some vents. You're right. Some air vents preventing vision.
Pool first.
Hey, I'm telling you, Dark has no interest in intentionally going into a macro game here today. Not at all.
Is he going to build the Roach Horn? That's the question.
Right. It's like, well, GuMiho does an SCV scout, so the lings are pretty good. Because he's still not SCV scouting. Again, GuMiho, my man. You can get advanced knowledge.
Gosh, no way.
Yeah, why not? He's 2-0 with it.
Okay, he's building the Reaper this time, but takes a while. You know, I'm thinking to myself, what is the correct way to defend against this?
Scout it.
That's the first
one.
Step. Then a bunker on the high ground, right? Because your command center's done by the time it hits.
For sure.
And then you're just chilling like a villain.
Yeah, get a cyclone out and call it a day.
GuMiho scouts, sees Dark went for this later hatch timing. He immediately turns around because he goes, oh, it could be lings. And there is a couple of lings.
Which is enough to mess with this SCV and pause construction on the base. Annoying. Such annoyance. Oh, you wanted to kill the SCV. Nicely done, though. Bunker coming up on the low ground. Yeah, but, like, Crosabile loves bunkers. It's its favorite thing.
Yeah, Dark...
Crosabile's like, hooray, bunkers.
Yeah, we'll see if Dark is able to crack this, though.
Yeah, he's going to need more than 2 Ravagers to do that. Because repair's a thing.
Yeah, and he's only going to have 5 units attacking, so some Roaches, some Ravagers, but all in all, not that much. GuMiho, I think, should hang on until the Cyclone is done just fine. Is he just going to charge on this bunker? He's going to try and crack this right here, right now.
Yes, Kitty Charge gets a nice connection there. Sniping the SCV, so repair is not an option anymore. Reaper, no more. Oh, he does escape, actually. Bunker getting some damage done. It's going to die. Like I said, bam. So natural base is just completely given up. Is there anything on the high ground? A Cyclone. Remember what I said about cyclones? Man, that roach died real fast for a nerfed cyclone. But hey, I guess the damage was enough already. Yeah, and then again, you're not doing bonus damage. Always killing the Overlord. Okay, that took a few extra hits to kill the Overlord, but I don't know if it was your priority target, sir.
Dark just going to come in on in and throw these units away. He's going to want to try and get that supply depot. Hopefully that burns down for his sake. Otherwise, he's going to grab an SCV or two. 3, actually.
Remember what I said about Cyclone? Cyclone stops this. Beautiful. So Dark's up 35 to 27 workers, but GuMiho didn't lose his second base, and Dark doesn't have a third yet. So GuMiho's fine. That was scary, but he came out of it okay.
Yeah, yeah. The lack of a third, quite a big commitment for Dark.
Taking a bunch of gas here, going up to a lair with his first 100 gas there. Yeah, it definitely takes more hits from a Cyclone to kill an Overlord, so... Interesting. I mean, not that either of the targets survived. Not that either of those Overlords did anything once they were targeted, but, you know. Whatever, it's cool. So GuMiho going for Cyclone shenaniganry. This is interesting. We don't see a lot of Cyclone harassment. Mostly because they're not great against workers?
Yeah, I mean, if you got him, though, may as well use him, and that's what he's doing. Gets an Overlord, 2 drones.
2 drones.
That's pretty
On
good.
the other side, Dark pushing...
Oh, no.
No. Was that not a wall?
I don't know what happened there. Oh, my gosh, no. What did happen
Rewind
there?
it.
Yeah,
Rewind
I'm rewinding. It was not a completed wall. There was Marine. Oh, the SCV was blocked by the Marines on hold position.
Oh, he was trying to build a supply depot, but the Marines prevented him from doing it, and he just gave up.
Gosh.
Oh, rip. Super rip.
Oh my gosh.
He thinks he's walled up, because this guy told the SCV to build a supply depot there. And the Lings come in, and they're like, not a wall? Neat.